far from the main battlefield. A brilliant blue light streaks across the darkness of space. Inside, a powerful warrior gets an urgent call asking for his location. He taps his communicator to answer. The voice on the other end urgently asks, "Lord Skeleton Sword, why haven't you reached the team yet?" The warrior, a young man with purple hair and a white cloak, explains his delay. He reports running into a general-level beast along the way, forcing him into a fight. He adds with some frustration that the creature managed to get away. As he plummets through the atmosphere, the operator warns him that the energy readings at his destination are chaotic and unstable, pointing to a serious problem. Lord Skeleton Sword takes in the warning and pushes himself to go even faster. A look of deep concern crosses his face as he hopes he can get to the recruits before something terrible happens. Back on the battlefield, the situation has become a complete nightmare. A dimensional rift rips open in the sky above the rocky landscape, and bizarre, fleshy masses start pouring out of the pink void within. A massive red, level 13 beast fully emerges. Its body is a grotesque canvas of eyes and tentacles, and it looms threateningly over everyone on the ground. The creature's sheer size darkens the sky, trapping the survivors beneath its horrifying stare. Without warning, a fleshy snout-like tentacle shoots out from the monster's body, aiming for the survivors below. The attack is both grotesque and precise. The tentacle plunges directly into the open mouth of a recruit who is screaming in pure terror. The man chokes and gags, his eyes bulging in shock and pain as the fleshy appendage forces its way down his throat, invading his body like a parasite. The horrifying transformation is instantaneous. The infected recruits' bodies begin to warp violently. Their skin turns dark and metallic as bulging red veins cover their muscles. They scream in agony while the beast twists them into mindless, hulking puppets, turning them against their own allies. The nightmare deepens as these newly created puppet monsters attack the remaining survivors with brutal force. One of them grabs a terrified man by the neck and begins to choke the life out of him. Saya and the gluttonous captain stand back to back, trembling with fear. They are completely surrounded by the towering, twisted figures of their former comrades. The gluttonous captain's face is pale with sweat as he stares in horror. He screams the awful truth to everyone. They're facing a genuine level 13 general-level beast, one with the power to control other mutants and turn them into demonic puppets. High above, the colossal red beast looks down with a twisted, malicious grin, clearly enjoying the despair it's causing. Lu Shang stands calmly before the towering wall of red flesh and eyes. He listens to the beast's unintelligible murmurs, its massive body completely blocking out the stars. Suddenly, a sharp blue glint appears in Lu Shang's eyes as his instincts scream at him of incoming danger. A powerful shockwave of energy rips across the battlefield, knocking the gluttonous captain and the other survivors off their feet and sending them tumbling across the rocky ground. Glowing with an intense aura, Lu Shang gives the survivors a serious look. He warns them that his next attack is their only option, but he can't guarantee they'll survive the aftershock. Without a moment's hesitation, Lu Shang swings his arm, unleashing a massive, crescent-shaped blade of pure energy that cuts through the darkness. The attack is impossibly fast and precise, slicing through the bodies of the giant, mutated puppets in a single, clean motion. The monstrous puppets freeze in place. Blinding beams of light erupt from their eyes and mouths as the energy tears them apart from the inside. A split second later, they all explode in a massive fiery blast that engulfs the entire area in flames. The force of the explosion is immense, sending Saya and the other survivors flying through the air. They scream as they're helplessly thrown back by the sheer force of Lu Shang's power. Lu Shang stands in the middle of the ruined battlefield, his body now glowing with a golden aura. He looks up at the colossal enemy, knowing that now it's just the two of them. He clenches his fist, concentrating a massive amount of crackling, electrical energy into his palm. With a determined shout, Lu Shang launches himself into the air, rocketing toward the giant beast at incredible speed. He slams a powerful punch directly into the level 13 beast's head, creating a shockwave of red energy on impact. But the attack seems to have no effect on the massive creature. Its single giant eye glares down at Lu Shang with pure hatred. The beast opens its terrifying mouth and unleashes a furious roar, its many eyes glowing with rage. The monster instantly counterattacks. Dozens of sharp, dark red tentacles erupt from its body, shooting toward Lu Shang like a barrage of spears. Lu Shang can't dodge the overwhelming assault in time. The tentacles pierce straight through his body, impaling his arms, legs, and torso and leaving him suspended helplessly in the air. Lu Shang coughs up a spray of blood, his face twisted in pain from the brutal attack. Watching from the ground, the gluttonous captain and the red-haired officer can only stare in absolute shock and horror as their last hope is brutally impaled before their eyes. Lu Sheng hangs motionless, completely trapped and run through by the beast's tentacles. The red-haired officer breaks down completely, crying out in despair, "Where is Lord Skeleton's sword? Why isn't he here yet?" Beside her, the gluttonous captain clenches his teeth in fury. He knows with grim certainty that a level 11 body can't possibly survive a direct hit from a level 13 general. "Damn it," he mutters, "a genius like him, forced into a death match he can't possibly win." Lu Sheng's head hangs low, his face hidden in shadow. He shows no signs of life. The two guides slump to the ground, completely defeated. The officer weeps, sobbing that she can't bear to watch him get torn apart, while the captain can only look on in agony. The beast lifts Lu Sheng's limp body higher, bringing him closer for a final look. The massive red monster seems to fill the entire sky. Its single giant eye narrows into what looks like a terrifying, triumphant smile as it gazes down at its captured prey. But the silence is suddenly broken by a calm voice. Despite the blood dripping from his mouth and his terrible injuries, Lu Sheng is speaking. With a smirk hidden by the shadows on his face, he taunts the monster. "You little brat, is this really all the strength a level 13 has?" Lu Sheng lifts his head, and his left eye is now glowing with a terrifying yellow light. He glances down at the gaping hole in his chest, not with horror, but with an almost impressed expression, admitting the beast's power is not bad. A strange glowing ring of energy begins to form on his forehead. With a chilling smile, he tells the monster, "You should feel honored." Flames suddenly erupt from Lu Sheng's arm, engulfing it completely. He declares, "You're the very first opponent who will ever get to see this." The fire spreads rapidly, consuming his entire body. Staring down the beast with menacing, glowing eyes, Lu Sheng asks, "Can you even call what I'm about to become human?" The level 13 beast feels this sudden surge of power and reacts with pure fury. Its massive eye glows with rage as it glares at the tiny human who simply refuses to die. Having lost all patience, the giant red monster opens its colossal jaws, ready to swallow the burning Lu Sheng whole and end this once and for all.